another point about conversations under pressure, because I actually see this being such a place where we all have challenges. Like, who doesn't have a relationship that at times requires a conversation under pressure in here? Both at work and at home, by the way. And we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to focus on things, but I want to say one thing around conversations. Here's a pattern that we see. So, how many people manage others in the room? Just show hands so I can see. Yeah, so let's say 50 or 60%. So this could be as you manage someone else or you're on a team. I want you to think about you're having to have a difficult conversation with someone, a performance review, a feedback conversation, okay? Think about that person who maybe it's not going so well with. Could be your spouse or partner, okay? Here's what we see. We see many of us get to 85, 90, 92% of what we want to say to an individual in that moment. Then when we get to that last 8%, the difficult part of a conversation, all of a sudden, they're not so happy with what we're saying. And we know that emotions are infectious. You put 3 people into a room at Harvard Business Medical School where they did a joint study. The person most emotionally excitable, whether negatively or positively, will infect the other 2 people within 30 seconds, whether they say a word or not. So now that person's not too happy with this last 8% that I'm getting at. I'm starting to get infected by their emotions. And they actually made a great point, and now I'm starting to doubt where I'm going. And here's what a lot of us do. And we don't even know we do this. We avoid that last 8% as opposed to approach that last 8%. And here's the problem. She can't read my mind. Your people can't read your mind. So you leave the conversation, and they think, oh yeah, we had the conversation. You leave deluding yourself, yeah, we had the conversation. I talked about most of the things I wanted to talk about. And the problem is we never had the last 8% conversation. And the problem is 2 months later, she's still doing what I thought we talked about. She's looking at me going, why is he being so bloody? Great performance review. And the problem is that we never had the last 8% conversation, a conversation under pressure. George Bernard Shaw said the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place, and it never took place. So I just want to plant that seed for you, for me. Are you having the last 8% conversation? Because world-class organizations have the last 8% conversation.